Namaste and blessings, everyone. This is Tefnut Light. I hope you're doing really well. This is the first transmission that I'm going to be doing. Yes, I got a whiteboard and I tried to switch the camera, so you should be able to see it now in terms of the non-mirror effect. So I hope you're all doing really well. Happy end of February 2016. We are headed into March. Some really exciting downloads came today, and today was like, I got the heads up from Spirit. Okay, it's time to start channeling transmissions. I basically sat in a restaurant today and all this stuff started coming through and I was like, whoa. And I just wrote it down on my phone. I'm like, okay, now it's time to actually put it into physical form and show you guys what is really going on, because there's some big, juicy, amazing stuff going on with the union, with the collective consciousness, with the whole universe, with the galaxies. I mean, it's multi-dimensional layers going on. And I just received a beautiful comment of someone talking about a transmission for DNA, and that's exactly what I wrote about before I got that comment. So, really interesting energies. If you are interested in a Skype session with me about your union, about your journey, about your spiritual journey, whatever is going on in your life, I am having that sale till the end of this month. I will be busy for the next few weeks in March. I will be doing a transmission, though, with a beautiful special beloved, and I feel that you should sign up for it. So I will have the link below if you want to sign up for it. We have that amazing new moon eclipse in the sign of Pisces, and this is really going to illuminate spirituality, relationships, new ways of living, new ways of being. And I'm going to go into this transmission 1.1 in this video. So it's going starting from the end of this month of February into March, then transmuting into the energy of the 8th from February to March. So the energy of 8 is the infinity loop, and the infinity really brings it all together, ties it together, and it's talking about this multidimensional infinity universe that is going on within you, within your twin, within the union, within the divine beloved path. And this is what I'm calling it, the divine beloved path of the collective consciousness, because this is what this is all about: the mission, the journey, really seeing it in a higher picture and understanding why there might be some things going on in your life that is really transforming how you see relationships, how you see society, how you work, how you make your money, everything, because actually you are your own universe, and that's where you're going to discover coming into March 8th of 2016. So I'm really excited to share this all with you. Super amazing. This is the first setup, so let's get this energy rolling. I will start to bring you more messages when they come through, and the readings as well. So thank you very much for your support and your love, and I am here for you if you need a transmission, a channel, a healing, a reading. I'm here for you. I'm really a channel of light. That's what I'm stepping into, and letting go of my human layers to be of service here on planet Earth. So namaste, and thank you for joining me tonight. Let's get into the energies. I'm going to pull this a little closer. So this is the mini whiteboard, because this is perfect size to take anywhere and show you guys some more intimate perspective. This is Trisha McNeely's style, and I started watching her last year around the blue moon in August, when everything kind of started happening energetically. So what I want to talk about today is we have the Vesca Pisces, and this is the symbol of the divine union. It is also very linked to Glastonbury, England, the chalice well, and the infinity of connection of the masculine divine and the feminine divine, and the Shakti and Shiva. So it's a transmission into March of 2016. So the first thing I want to look at is the journey of wholeness. We're coming into a journey right now of wholeness, of ourselves, of the universe, of our relationships, of the union, of our partnerships, how we see partnerships, how we relate, and starting to see that in a very new light. And that is very intense and transformational for most beings. If you are a twin flame, if you are a twin soul, if you are on the divine beloved path, that is all a part of your journey, depending on the mission for you. But my mission is really to spread love and joy to everyone on this earth. And I have to say, it has been really intense going through this process, because it's so opening. It's just multidimensional layers others, of emotions, of understanding, of spirit, and really letting go of the ego body and stepping in more into the heart and loving energetically more people on a very different frequency. So that's what we're heading into right now. And Pisces is all about the emotions, because we're in Pisces now. It's all about the emotions, the intuition, creating your own universe, loving everyone unconditionally, having greater understanding, and really coming into seeing everyone as one. And that is a really big issue right now, because in the past we've had these relationships that, and this is not to trigger anyone because this might trigger some people. In the past, we had these relationships that were more on codependency and, having to relate to a certain way of living in society, and this is the way you have to do things. And Pisces is all about, let's look at things and do things completely different. Let's go with the flow. Let's really tap into what we're feeling, our truth, our inner divine flow, and finding that energy of really being vulnerable and at the same time speaking our truth with sensitivity and thinking about everyone involved. So that is a very new energy for most people, and it's really like, whoa. We're coming into the Aquarian age, which is really about seeing the big picture, Aquarian energies, new innovations, new realities, and we have Aquarius in the sign of Aries, and that's been going on since 2011. So again, it's that 11 code that's activating, looking at the bigger picture, looking at the emotional depths with the intuition, with the consciousness, with the masculine divine and the feminine divine, and that is a big download just right there. So if you can see that energy is coming into the energy. And there have been some people in my group asking about, okay, there's two people I think that might be my twin. How do I deal with this? And the fact is, what I recommend is love them all. Now that can look at many different ways. That is your choice, how you decide to be, how you decide to live, and where you're at in your journey. Because really, every relationship and every energy in every union, or whatever you want to call it, relating. Because some people don't want the labels anymore, I have to say. The union is about the union, it is about the whole collective, and it is also about the energy of the intimate connection. So it's looking at both sides. So the wholeness really is the journey of coming within yourself, discovering who you are inside, outside, and your universe, because you are creating your own universe right now. So wholeness journey. And I want to go over the energy of what this is going on a numerology basis, because what this is there are 4 parts of 2, and this equals 1. So we have 1 energy consciously, and this can be seen globally, prospectively, and it can also see as a singularity of like coming into one, of 2 beings coming into one. Now, if you have had counterparts, or you have had people in your life that either symbolize the union or have been messengers, or in fact your twin duplicated themselves because that was a part of the mission, that can happen too. Very new, very crazy, it is all happening. So just sit there tight and allow the transmission to take place. Okay, so 4 parts equals 4 parts of 2. Now you know that in relationships, it takes a certain amount of people to get you into wholeness of who you are. Not to say you should be codependent, but every relation evolves you over time, over space, over matter. It is, so to say, the alchemy of the science of relating and how we relate. And that is what's going on. So we have this scientific energy with Aquarius and Uranus, Mars, wanting to be innovative, wanting to be inventive, wanting to be completely cutting new edge and completely out of the box and completely different in terms of the evolution of humanity. That term's coming into relating, coming to how you are, relating to yourself, relating to others, looking at the whole collective. Now we're in Pisces, so that's looking at the collective in a very emotional space, opening up, being very open, communicating with compassion, communicating from spirit, allowing spirit to communicate to you. Coming to a space of like, oh, I am more than just this. I am much grander. I am much bigger. You are God. You are goddess. You have those energies. It is also possible for you, if you're feminine, if you're a female twin, you could have more masculine energy and be drawing in a male with very highly sensitive, emotional female energy. Now they are going to trigger each other back and forth. So it's really about acceptance, allowing, surrender, coming into the power of love. So let's go back to the numerology because that's a lot of energy. So if that was way too much for you, just set back into the roots of the tree and ground yourself in the earth. So the journey of wholeness, it's 4 parts. So each twin is going to go through a journey that is going to involve other people. Now this, in some aspects, has been called, some people are taking it to this level of going to more openness of being in relationships. This is totally your decision, what you want to do. Doesn't mean you have to do this. Doesn't have to be your belief system. But again, Aquarius is making you open your mind to infinite possibilities for the journey. It is about the journey of wholeness. So you have to understand the relating aspect has to be looked at a collective consciousness right now. Not that you need to go do this and that because I tell you to, because you should never do that. You should do what feels right for you. But it comes down to thinking about the bigger picture, thinking about community, because Aquarius wants community. It is a humanitarian energy. And we're in the age of Aquarius. So this energy of Aquarius is still very much here in resonance. That Uranus energy, beautiful, like moving forward with Mars. And then we have Pisces, which is the spirit and the emotions and the intuition and the water and the feminine, that Neptune energy. It's very like, it's like a goddess of the Venusian energy, but on a very emotional depth of the infinity of all possibilities, of all timelines, of everything merging. So it can be a little confusing. So just take note on that. So again, 4 parts of 2. So you have your twin, you have you. Now, what happens is each twin chooses a certain amount of partnerships or a certain one person to really guide them on this journey. They can also represent aspects of the twin union, which brings them into a space of like, this person has brought them to this space where they need to be at so that they can join with you at the right timing, at the right divine timing. But it's all, again, about wholeness. So when you come into wholeness of who you are, and that takes, it's an ongoing infinity process. So you have to allow that energy to be happening. And at the same time, let's say you've had an affair with your twin. It happens. No judgment. Again, Aquarius energy. How do you deal with that? How does your family deal with that? Not deal with it, but how can you open up a space of loving compassion, of understanding that everyone needs to be loved on some level? This means that you just need to look at who is involved, what is the energy going on, how can you serve yourself and serve others by allowing more love in your life. It does not mean you need to have open relationships. This just means you need to love everyone on a certain frequency so that you can enter the energy of love, because that is what the union is about. It is looking at the collective consciousness, raising the frequency for the planet, coming into your mission and walking your truth and being on your path. That is what this is all about. So again, 4 parts of 2. There takes this a number 4, which actually is 1111, if you look at it. We have 1111 here. It's 2, 2, right? That equals 4. And then when we have 2 again, it comes into oneness eventually. So you have to see the oneness of all, and then the oneness of you and your beloved, maybe without labels or maybe with a label. It depends on what's right for both of you. There's just an open mind needs to be added to this energy so that we don't feel constricted of love and we don't hurt ourselves, we don't judge ourselves. It's really important to come into the space of love, have courage with love, and step into it. Don't cut cords anymore, because that is of the past and that was actually hurting you in the past. Stepping into the love and allowing the process, allowing the journey, coming into the wholeness, and doing your work. And really co-creating that energy with your twin on a relationship, on a relating way that you see fit for both of you. That both of you can see this compromising energy. This communication is very important. You need to communicate, if you can, with your twin without trying to pull them. You need to allow them to be who they are, and you need to be who you are, and they need to allow you that. So finding that openness space is all about relating, and that comes down to relationships. It comes down to new sacred unions, and that is what this earth is going to be about, because we're stepping into the new earth energy. But again, it is about choice. But if you open up more love in your heart space, you will open up more to the infinity love that is already there, that you were born divinely into this connection. And that is why I'm that's why I'm trying to open this energy up of more openness in an aspect of relating. Again, be gentle on yourselves, compassion, non-judgment, and really follow your heart and see what your heart says. And when you open more of that space, there's more healing that comes for the whole planet, for the union, and for everyone involved. And when you can come into that space, then things will start to unfold the way they're meant to. And that's really what I believe in. And definitely it takes a lot of work to go through the energy layers and the systems. Okay, let's get into the other stuff. So again, it equals 1. 11, 11, then it comes to 4, then it divided by 2, and then it equals 2, which comes into 1. So that's the energy I wanted to talk about. The next one is manifesting from love. So again, if you come into the heart space, if you're coming into the heart space, you're going to manifest from love. And that is the most important thing you can do right now, because the energy of love, however you see love, is really being aspected. It is having you look at deep aspects. What is love to you? What is spirit? What is your mission? So really manifest from love. Let go of the fear. Do not manifest from worry. Do not manifest from fear. Manifesting from love. The love code is where we need to be at, and this is where we're headed. This is the evolution of our planet energetically. You don't need to see this in hippie terms, but some might see this in hippie terms, and that is okay. It is free will, free choice. This is a new earth coming. We're embodying the light energies. They're coming in high frequencies. And we are having to have more compassion for everyone. And when we can do that, more love is available, and the things that you thought were impossible become possible. Okay, with love, everything is possible. The next thing is you create your reality. So if you create with love, you can create your own reality. If you're creating with fear, you're creating actually from the opposite, and you're actually going into a space where it is actually not your truth. So you need to tap into your love truth. What is your love truth? How do you see love? How do you see divine spirit? How do you see sacred union? Really looking at the aspects and journaling about that, and taking the time you need to process. Not the time for action, because you want to act on love, not fear. So creating your reality with love, manifesting from love. The Shiva and Shakti code is going to be activated. Now Shiva is the divine masculine and Shakti is the divine feminine. When we start to come into these energies and the understanding that we're merging these two energies on a global scale, we will start to see what is possible, what is manifesting. How can you take this to the next level, and allowing that to come into balance for you and your divine beloved. Divine beloved, allowing them, divine beloved, to do their work, and you do your work. When you do your work and they do your work, you both evolve, and again, you're manifesting from love. So coming to that love space, opening the heart, opening up the higher heart chakras, opening up the lower heart chakras, opening up the crown, having a clear channel. You want to have a clear channel and really come into clarity and open up with the heart space and open up from divine love, because this is what this is all about. When you start to see that everyone is divine and everyone is beautiful on a nirvana state, you will start to manifest your mission and your union, however that might come about, and it is between you and your twin, how that happens. Okay, so really compromising. It's very important to see both aspects, because they're going to put you in a space of actually what you really want is what you may have feared. And actually what you didn't think you wanted, you actually might want. It's a very divine-based energy, and it's merging all the energies from your past lives, anything you have gone through, and they're going to bring up that stuff. And you have to just allow it to happen, not control love, because we are never in control when we are truly in love. And we can be in that space and allow and surrender, the divine will help us with the divine plan. That is truly my belief. And I feel that that is really important for everyone right now. Trusting the divine plan, trusting the divine mission, allowing love to transport you and transform you. Okay, beautiful. So activating the Shiva and the Shakti and coming to the balance, because Shiva equals Shakti and Shakti equals Shiva, and we need the two energies. Divine beloveds, energetically, creation of life. It's also sexual energy. So again, when it comes to the energy of love, you have to look at, how do you see sexual energy? How have you judged sexual energy? How can you heal your sexual energy? How can you step into both of those energies to really balance it out? Because you will start to manifest with these two energies and coming to that compassionate space of love and allowing yourself to see everything as a whole. And when you feel whole and see things as a whole, see people as whole, you are whole, and all there is wholeness and love, compassion and purity. And we're coming to a sense of purity, love, compassion, and manifesting through that. Letting go of the blocks and letting the blocks become the blessings, because truly they have been your trainers for this space where you're at in your union. Really important. So the next energy code is about vortexes. So between now and March 8th and into March 8th, because there's going to be this beautiful eclipse and new moon in the sign of Pisces, and Pisces is about the duality, but it's about oneness. So it's bringing duality into oneness, into singularity, allowing the Shiva and Shakti to merge energetically, spiritually, sexually, on all levels. And again, things are becoming a more energetic space of opening up to the divine. So the divine is going to let you know how you're meant to do this, and really, really trusting, letting go of that fear, stepping into the love. Again, you can always if you're thinking too much, step into your inner light body, into your inner vortex of this light channel. And you're taking this energy up here that's spinning, and you're going to bring it down slowly into the heart center and transform that energy, and then you will start to feel. So allow yourself to feel. It's really, really important. Feeling energies, really, really important right now. Feel into the space of love. That is all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. Feel into the space of love. What would love do? How would love love? Beautiful. So, on to the next sector is vortexes of the universe. So, we have a multi-dimensional universe that is taking place, that is giving birth right now to new energies, that is coming to a space of like, wow, this is becoming a new reality. This is becoming a new space of being, of loving, of caring, of all those energies, because this is what this is all about. You want to love everyone so you're twin and you can come together. But really then, it's not about doing it for them. It's about doing it for yourself and doing it for everyone involved, because everyone you give a little love to, they're going to feel that vibration and keep sending that out. And it's like you're activating all these little people. Like you just put little seeds in them and they're like, whoosh, sprout out with this love. And when this energy is completely all over the world, just energetically, then we can manifest a new reality of peace, love, consciousness, manifesting and feeling the abundance in our life, happiness and joy. And don't we all deserve that? I think we do. I feel we do. So, vortexes of the universe. There are vortexes in the universe, and you're your own vortex. You and your twin are this vortex energy, so you are naturally drawn to each other on all frequencies, and they're again going to be pushing their little code buttons so you can be activated, so you can activate the world, so you can activate the universe. So there's vortexes in the universe. If you look at the bigger scale of it, like the stars and the cosmos, there are so many things out there we are discovering and we're starting to learn more about, and it's an evolution in itself, and we are evolving with that. So there are portals in the earth, and there are portals here. There's one in Bali, in Ubud. This is why I came here. And the portals are in the earth that are starting to be activated. So there's many, like, if you imagine like the earth right here, and you have all these like little sectors, these little sectors of portals, and the portals are what connect other portals to other portals, and then they start to embody this light that comes out of the earth. Now, we started this big activation actually on the 4th of February, if you remember, activating the light rainbow codes and connecting all the cords. While that's happening, now the golden threads are coming through the earth. So, yes, portals are in the earth, and one of them is here. Very important. So your mission is, if you are part of this light code, because we are all part of the light code, especially the twin flame union, illumined twin flames, whatever you want to call it, we're all a part of the light code. And we are coding the earth right now. So code the earth with love and code yourself with this loving vibration, because that is going to activate your systems inside of you. And it's like this coding of energy and light codes just it transforms and heals all timelines and merges all beautiful things in all relationships, all sexual energies, all forms of nature, all forms of everything pretty much in a harmonious union. So, the portals in the earth are being activated on different parts of the world. Glastonbury is one of them, Ubud Bali is one of them, Hawaii, some people are called to Sedona. There's different spaces, but I have to say, this particular place where I'm at is like the biggest gateway. It's like the gateway to the other dimensions. That's how I see it. You can activate in other spaces in the world, but when it comes to that, you might be stationed at a certain place to do your work. So wherever you're at is where you need to be, and wherever you're going is where you need to be. But here is really, I see this as a huge gateway. Imagine an island, and below the island, there's actually this opening. And on the opening into the ocean, down into the earth, we start to activate this energy that goes through the earth, through the core of the center, and then back out up into another space of the world. And when you look at it as an island and a space and a vortex, it's always spinning energy, and it's merging all the timelines, merging all the universes, including the beings that are here. And thousands and thousands of years that have been energetically encoded in this space from the magical divine. And then it shoots up into the universe. So it's an energy of earth and spirit that we're working on currently, and finding the balance and really bringing that spirit down to earth and that water source into the vortex of the emotions. And we're cleansing this energy in our own bodies. So you're going to feel this because you're a walking vortex. You and your twin are walking vortexes. It's really amazing. And you'll start to see this as it spins and it weaves together. It happens in magical, magical ways. Absolutely amazing. Just allow it to cleanse anything through you. And it's going to be very activated between now and especially the 8th. So, the next part is create a new extension for the world. Okay, so we're creating the new extension for the world. So as we're doing this work with the vortexes and portals where we're stationed, and what's going on in other parts of the world, the portals and the vortexes are opening. And it means that is opening within you and your union and your partnership. But it has to do with the beloved path of the collective consciousness union. So you're thinking about that energy. You're really working on that first. That needs to come first, but wholeness needs to come especially first. Self-love and wholeness, really, really important. Whatever you're interested in, whatever you're wanting to do, you need to start walking it. Let go of the past, because your past karma, it doesn't exist. You never had karma. You came in unconditionally with love and purity, and you helped others transform energies, and you took on things from lineages of your family lines. Okay, so you're creating a new extension. Create new extension for the world. So as you're doing this, you're extending the world into a new extension way, and new light bodies are starting to merge. You're looping timelines from wormholes. So again, I was talking about the portals all over the world. I know this is a small drawing. So the wormholes are within the earth. There's actually other dimensions and other layers within our own Mother Earth that we're starting to realize that exist. Now time does not exist, and you will start to realize this once you come into that energy. This is very advanced energy, by the way, what I'm talking about. In the earth, there are wormholes. And I've dreamt of this many, many times. I've seen them, I've gone through them. You can go through a wormhole and go into a different time space and enter a new dimension. You can go backwards and you can go forwards. I recommend going forwards because, again, there is no time or space anymore. You're creating all that. All that is being created to you. That is why this is so important. This energy as twin flames, this sacred flames, I'm going to call them now, the beloved path, whatever you see, illumination of the earth. We are illuminating the earth and we're coming together energetically, all as a collective. So the wormholes have all these dimensions and the memories, and everything actually is happening on the same time. There is no difference besides the thought of what time is. So space and time are changing. So we're creating the new extension for the world, and we're looping times from wormholes. And the wormholes, again, are in the earth, and you'll start to see that there are other dimensions and other beings within this space. You could see this in dreams. It doesn't have to be in this 3D reality, but it is a part of the process. When you start to accept that, you will start to accept that actually everything is happening on the same time frame as where you're at right now. And where you're at right now, and when you discover that, your truth comes through. And when you start to discover this, you will start to understand of like all the different times in terms of history, if the history thing is still like on the human basis, because it is important on to a certain degree, because you want to integrate all that. So you're integrating all this energy of that. And the energy, it's very, very activating. I'm feeling this in my feet right now, like light energy and tingles. You want to manifest the energy of bringing all that source together. All those reasons why, let's say you had a past life where you were beheaded, or you had a past life where you had relationship issues, or you had control issues, or you felt controlled, or you felt like you couldn't do your magic, or you felt like, you had this power, but at the time you were really restricted. So now is the time to merge all those energies. That's why you want to go into these wormholes during dream space. You don't need to do it. You just need to have you will do it naturally. You will just start to accelerate it through just having the intention that you're integrating everything into this being now, because this being, your soul, is timeless. Bringing all that energy into the infinity loop, because that is what this is all about. There is no time or space anymore. You're creating all this. Merging all those powerful lifetimes together, bringing in the lessons, and those lessons become blessings, and then you take your power back. And that is where the love code comes in. Bringing in that love code, bringing in the compassion, bringing in the healing, allowing that to transform. Seeing, wow, that was amazing what I did, and it will click, be like, ding, light bulb just went on. Your light bulb went on because you just merged all your timelines. You just merged all your energies. You just merged all your dimensions, all your lives, all your relationships with karma that you thought were karma. They were not karma. They were there for you to extend that history timeline into the next dimension, into the next reality, into the next evolution. And then you'll start to see within those layers and the infinity loops within the earth that actually everything is going on at the same time. Everything. And then you'll start to manifest what you're meant to do on your mission. So, I know. So wormholes, looping timelines, and this becomes an interdimensions in the earth. And when we feel interdimensions into the earth energetically, you will start to really feel your power, because you are an infinite being. You're much bigger than your body. Your energy body is so much bigger. You can create anything you want. You will manifest this. I'm a manifester. So people always say, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, sorry. We are all manifestors. We're all manifesting our universe. Whatever system you believe in, whatever code you're integrated in, you're a manifester. You are a manifester. Beautiful, sacred flames. You're manifestors. Your energy is powerful. Your sexual energy is so powerful. Maybe you had to deal with some stuff that wasn't so pretty before for you to look at. But actually, when you step into that conscious love, that unconditional space of your heart, every time you were in a different space in terms of a different theme, because your soul is all working at once on these different things, on these different timelines, as we call them as humans, at the same time. And then you'll see, wow, I'm doing all this stuff and all this work at the same time. No wonder sometimes I'm feeling lightheaded. No wonder I want to lay down during the day. Why do I feel so drained sometimes? Because you just need to realize that you're doing so much work. And when you do it and you accept it and you see it and you claim it and you own it, you gain your power back. And that's when your whole history, your whole thing, it starts to become this beautiful lotus blossom. And that's when wholeness comes together as an interdimensional being. You can do this on many levels. You can practice Tantra. You can do Kundalini meditations. Anything that feels right for you. Do not abide by any system. Make your own system up. Okay, so again, wormholes, timelines. This is really like major stuff. This is why I'm sharing with this with you guys today, because this was huge. Okay, so there are layers of time and space. Layers and time and space equals infinity. So the infinity of time, space, layers is going to start to become one. That's what's going to happen. And the 8th of March, as you can see right here, symbolizes the infinity symbol. Really nice. And if you add 3 and 8 together, that equals 11. So March is a 3, the 3rd month out of the human calendar, the Western calendar. Add that to 8, it equals 11. What happens? 2. What happens? 1. 1. Everything becomes 1. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. Again, layers of time and space equals infinity. What's going to happen is that then you'll start to realize there is no time. The time is just now. There is no time. The time is now. Worlds are within you. You create your world. And then it says you create the space, you create the story. Very, very important. You create the space, you create the story. Remember, timelines, wormholes, infinity, interdimensions within the layers of the earth. Really important. We have Virgo and Jupiter. Earth is expanding, energetically healing. Merging the energy, but also allowing. It's like this openness, but also bringing it together. Bringing it together in openness. You want to find the balance between that. Giving and receiving energy. And that comes back down to union, and it comes back to wholeness, and it comes back to seeing the whole world as whole. And when you start to see that, it comes together. Union, mission, love, consciousness, everything becomes one. That is actually the practice is Tantra. Is all about that. Doesn't really have to do with sex. Sexual energy is spiritual energy, but we need to start to see it in a different space. And you have to see what you feel comfortable with, how you want to be seen. Again, it is all about your intention, what you believe in, what is coming about. Okay, that is a lot, but I have more, and I'm going to read from my phone now. And if this is way over your head right now, don't worry, I will have other simple tools as well. I just felt this was really important to share this for anyone that was interested. So again, the worlds are within you because you are creating the worlds, and you're creating the worlds with your twin. It's a co-creation. You create the space, you create the story. You can rewrite history. You can rewrite history and her story. History and her story, Shiva and Shakti. Humankind is... Okay, sorry. So you can rewrite history and her story. Humankind is on the other is on the other interdimensional galaxies and planets, including your soul. So everything is happening on the same time. I'm really tired from this energy that came through today. It's like intense, but I'm going to keep going. Humankind is on other interdimensional galaxies and planets. That includes your soul. So everything is one, completely oneness. You want to see this as oneness. Very important that we're stepping into this Pisces energy and Aquarian with the energy of Mars and all that beautiful energy. Okay. So interdimensional galaxies and planets, that's going to be really highlighted. And you create your counterparts. So counterparts can actually be duplicates of your soul that you create for your mission. I have met my counterparts, funny enough, and they are the key holders for your interdimensional universe and your union, which is funny and interesting at the same time. Triggers you and brings you into that like catapult to the union. It's amazing. So you can create counterparts, duplicates of yourself in other countries or even other planets, living your yin or your yang lifestyle. It happens. I have some in Europe, actually. Okay, so that means you and your twin can actually duplicate each other on some level. Maybe you have a contract with these souls to do this, and they become your counterparts. And you'll feel like, wait a minute, what is that all about? It's really, really interesting. And they could be your shadow or they could be your light, depending on what aspect or body you're doing this. And again, it equals 4. And the 4, 11, 11 is 4, 2, and then it comes to oneness. And the oneness is when it all starts to merge together and union happens. And naturally, love will balance itself out the way it's meant to play out in your life and your mission. It really depends on your chart. But again, we have human systems and then we have soul systems. And you have to really look at both to really balance out what really is you and what is your other being doing? What is your soul doing? Where are you at on these other, so to say, timelines happening at the same time, all on the same frequency? That's what we're working on, and really merging that harmonious energy to extend the planet into a light being. Okay, so next thing is you can manifest them into your reality to trigger an onset to start to merge of union to catapult you into full mission. So as I'm saying, it could be people are sold on a different planet. It is your soul in essence, but you duplicate yourself. Twins can duplicate themselves on a certain level. It depends, again, on the mission, but you could either have your soul could be on a different planet, or they could be in a different space in, let's say, the UK, they could be in Germany, or they could be somewhere around, what energies you used to work with. Let's say you had a past life, so to say, because the past life is going on at the same time right now, energetically speaking. Let's say you had a past life in that area, so they're there to harmonize that for you. So you just have to allow them to do that. Now, not every twin union is going to have duplicates. The duplicates, if you bump into your duplicates, they could completely look like your twin, they could be your shadow aspect, or they could be a part of the union on some level to get you into union. Doesn't really mean that they are your twin, but they're getting you into space, and they've pulled a very, very sacred space for that. They are part of it. So allow them to be a part of it. Okay, I hope this is not confusing because this is so many energies right now. It's amazing. Okay, so they can catapult you into your union. And this could also be you meet, let's say you have a duplicate in 19 or 1800s and you meet them in a dream, or you meet them while you're going through your wormholes and you're like, oh my God, like it's pretty scary. It could be an aspect of the masculine, an aspect of the feminine. It really depends. Okay, so this will catapult you into your twin soul and create energy to ripple out to the universe for massive global and universal healing. This will start to see your universe change and see that you are a tantric master of all energies. Now, tantric master just means you are creating your universe with an energy that is unconditional love, unconditional bliss. It's a nirvana state, and that's where we're going to be heading. And that is what this twin union is about. You carry a lot of high sexual energy, and some energies in the earth, or and related to Tantra, like there's different aspects. There's some people that took it this direction and some people took it that direction. It really depends on their universe, how they saw it. This includes many, many technologies of ancient systems, and that's what this is. Tantra is an ancient system. It is about the divine beloved path and finding that within yourself and then allowing another to come to you and merge with you. So really look into Tantra if you're interested in it. Go on gentle with it. It can just be breath exercises. It's really amazing. Your twin and you will jump into global unique mission when this happens. When you step into your love power of your union, when you step into your love power, your union forms massive energy bubbles of love factor, which merges you on all levels and brings balance and wholeness. You will not exist as two, but as one here working for the same mission, for the high vibrational cause and teachings, whatever you're meant to teach. This catapults the universal world into new light dimension of nirvana light beings, of purity and perfect sound, of harmonics and DNA total rebuilt structure of all. This is what I'm saying. It's about looking at the big picture right now. Really, really important. Seeing relationships and love on a completely new level. And again, it really comes into trust and not judgment, because what you've been told about this and that is not going to be applicable anymore, because you yourself are changing too. And you just have to allow that to happen and form that light body, because that light body wants to come out. If you feel these triggers and these intensities, and so to say, some people call them, I don't really like using this word personally because some people attach this, crisis. You're not going through a crisis. You're going through an activation that's helping you give yourself a rebirth. And it can feel like a death, but it's not a death. It's a rebirth. Your light body wants to burst open. Bursting open means come alive. So allow yourself to transform that energy, that snake energy, because you are divine snakes, actually. It's amazing. It's the healers. Okay, so read this again. This catapults the universal world into new light dimension of nirvana light beings, of purity and perfect sound, of harmonics and DNA total rebuilt. Structure of all. The teachings of the ancients will become technology for all of us to thrive on and be free. Now, be free. Again, you're creating your universe. Your focus will be what manifests. Thrive on all and be free. Sacred union will be restored. Peace on earth. All right, that was a lot to take in. I hope you all took in well. I'm going to send us some grounding energy right now, because that, again, it's about wholeness. Finding the wholeness in the earth, finding the wholeness in yourself, finding the wholeness in your world, finding peace and love and happiness. And it is all within you, because you are your universe. And together, you create a super powerful universe of the opposites and the correspondence into singularity. That is amazing. Whatever you want to do, go do it. Trust the universe. Don't block yourself. I'm here if you need guidance and support. Again, I'm brooding our energies right now into the earth, because that was a big transmission, and it was really to activate. And anything that came up, any kind of trigger, welcome that, write about it, don't judge it, don't judge yourself. It's really about looking at yourself as your universe. You're co-creating it. You have the power to make your reality become reality. your vision becomes reality. You're here for that. I am here to extend everyone on a massive global level. It's a very big responsibility, and this makes me look at relationships in a very new light. And for me, that has been a big, big trigger, and I'm starting to understand more of that. Aquarius energy, I have Aquarius in 7th house, so I look at the big picture when it comes to relationships, but then I also like to look at the idea of like, how can we be more sensitive and pure to each other, not judgmental, and come to a space of union within ourselves and union within that sacred divine union, because I believe in sacredness. I believe in super beautiful connections, and I believe as a twin flame that you can do that with your twin flame on a healthy, balanced level and what you want to create. So really don't fear what's coming up, because it's coming up for a reason. And that's what I want to share with you guys tonight. This was a lot of transmission. Drink some water after, eat some food maybe, and really take this energy and expand. It's really about just expanding that heart space. You have your choices in life, and you can make the right choice for yourself. But really step into your truth from your heart and really just let the energy flow through you. Let this be a transmission of light. And that is why I brought this out to you guys tonight. You are on the journey of wholeness. Remember that. I send you love and light. And wherever stage you're at, I'm here for you. But I'm also here to extend everyone on a massive, massive level in terms of interdimensional energies, because we are that. And the twin flame union is all about that. I believe that every mission is unique, but then again, it's uniqueness, but also the co-creation of the collective. And I think when we can see that picture and we can allow that energy to come about, miracles happen and love is alive. And it is possible to do anything with love. So trust that energy, trust your union, be open, communicate, correspond with each other, and don't attach the idea that you need to control it, because when you control it, actually you're pushing love away. And that has been a big lesson for myself. So love and light to everyone. Your union is important. You are important. You are an important piece of this collective, of the big picture and the big puzzle. We need you guys here. Thank you very much. Focus on your heart. Focus on your passions in life. And really step into that healing. Healing that sexual energy. Healing yourself. You are a pure being, and you are infinite, innocent, and gorgeous. Much love and light. Namaste. Mwah.